Part 2 is here. You should watch part 1 if you haven't, but it's not essential for the viewing of this video.
In the West, we're not going to die. We're not going to die because of this video.
My first video focused on the first half of the documentary Whatifalthist made about himself. And this video will focus on the second half. So enjoy, and please don't harass Mr. Rudyard Lynch. He's going through some crazy things right now.
Everything in the story is 100% true. You have my word before God, my ancestors, and myself that it's all true. That will also make sense at the end.
Whenever he speaks in the third person, he's being possessed by Odin in his own words. So that should help make it less confusing for you. Timestamps are in the description if you want to skip around for the crazier stuff.
Odin said that the way you should see your life is as if you were put naked in a bed with a cute other naked redhead. If you were put there, you would have fun with her, right? And Odin said this is how you should perceive life. How we put you in front of the redhead, and we, as in the spirits, God, your ancestors, the social context of your society, puts you in a place so that you can enjoy life. It's the culture's responsibility to do this. The era when a species first attains godlike power, but lacks the wisdom to use it properly. And this is something that every species that hits this level archetypally has to deal with. And we're really proud of you as humans, because from what I've heard, we hit this 100,000 years earlier than what they expected, mostly due to the technological innovation that came out of Europe from Greece onwards. And so the gods are really, really happy we did this, and they're really, really sorry and have more empathy than you could ever understand for our condition. They see us as teenagers now. We have to learn to grow and find our own way in the world. And the way I perceive this is that, no, sorry, this isn't the way I perceive this. This is the way they perceive this. They're communicating through me. Because they said, quote, "A society has to die. A civilization has to die. It is better to die rich than to die poor. In the West, we're not going to die. We're not going to die because of this video." Yeah, it's not really your fault your society fell apart. We find you pathetic, but this was going to happen at some time or another, and we're really proud that this is the thing that did you in. There are also a few other messages I need to convey to you briefly. The first is the spirits want to say again they love you more than they could ever say. I was sent to you by your bloodline, which is why I work for Odin, since he is the genetic king of my people, the Britons. I speak to your blood. I know that you know that the things I am saying are true, since we can sense your blood. Your ancestors are really trying to help you here, and I am their gift. The spirits like to convey the message that you should mentally see me as Gandalf. If you process me as Gandalf, that's nearly a 100% accurate assessment of what my role is, what I am, etc. I am not a god, I am a wizard. My people have spent thousands of years breeding for bards, druids, warlords, and heroes, so I'm a mix of all four. Rudyard is clearly not a god. He's just a smart boy who read 900 books, hiked the Appalachian Trail, made a political faction since he realized he could. This boy loves you more than he could ever possibly say in his words. We call him a boy since he's fucking 23. Do you really understand what that means? This boy's nearly a teenager. He's nearly killed himself multiple times since he loves you so much. My mom would wander through old cemeteries in the greater Philly area and look for people who died in the colonial, Revolutionary War, Civil War era and liberate their souls from torture so they can move on to the afterlife. My mom would tell me growing up that she would speak to ancestor spirits, and lots of the analysis I'm feeding you now is stuff I got from my mom as a kid. My mom's story makes more sense. Why she sent me to tango, ride horses, taught me philosophy and about religion or mythology. My mom made this deal for me, and I was forced, through the horror, to accept the deal. I think when my mom was brain dead for 2 days, God or the devil, and I think both at the same time, told my mom that she could either die or accept the deal to live. She surrendered her soul to a demon, and the rest happened from there. I stand for freedom and individualism, so I'm not like a friggin' commie or a friggin' Nazi who's going to tell you to submit to the state. The state's lame. I will tell you, and I will shame you until you submit to your own duty. I hate to be this blunt, but communism is as evil as Rudyard's mother. You won't believe that now, but you'll figure it out once you get further away from the trauma and you're capable of being more objective. The psychological maladies affecting modernity are the same as the ones affecting Rudyard's family, at least in part. His father has Asperger's, or symbolic for how industrial civilization is incredibly good at accomplishing material goals, but is completely incapable of seeing the soul or emotion of human life. His mother has schizophrenia in the same way the feminine left has descended into completely incoherent suicidal madness at the expense of everyone else, devoting themselves to destroying their own reproductive chances. His sister suffers totalitarianism in that she is a Maoist pushing for social suicide who doesn't want to have her own children or continue her society. But she's a Maoist. She thinks the government should forcibly deindustrialize the economy, believes it's immoral to have children, and she believes it's immoral to pass on her own culture. And so she's going to adopt a black baby she's going to adopt a minority rather than having one of her own babies. And she's a lesbian now. She's also really, I said she was into environmentalism earlier with, that was the degree she got. And that's kind of where she became, that in high school is where she became super left wing. Your society has created an enormous psychic wall against all spiritual influence. This was what your priest class, or scientists and professors, have been doing for centuries, since their self-interest is to deny every other form of magic except theirs. Magic is the ability to turn a symbol into change in the material world. It obviously exists. Examples of magic are coding, the scientific method, electricity, medicine, religion, culture, writing, the nation, and philosophy are all different kinds of magic. What your society did was saying that magic that worked is called science, and magic that didn't work is magic, thus magic isn't real by definition. The elite sees you as cattle, and even worse, factory farmed cattle. You get shoved into your pod, you don't get to breed except for those they can artificially inseminate, where animals, they have a single chad that impregnates all of the single stallion will impregnate 20 mares, and then the other males will be castrated, called geldings. This is what your society is doing. Got to mention here, Odin tells me I killed a god.
Side note here, I didn't get the full clip, unfortunately. His point is basically that science and magic is the same thing, and the left is changing the definitions of it to make you think that one is useless and one isn't. And by proving this, he's destroying the left as an ideology. So that's what he's trying to say.
To tyranny. I challenge the left's bluff. I want any leftist who is willing to debate me to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong why I just didn't kill your god. None of you can beat me since you're just wrong. Every single underlying premise in your world is incorrect. I killed your false god and none of you can stop me because he never really lived. I already won. The more you wriggle against my triangle, the more the triangle brings you in and it crashes you, because the more you fight against me, the more everyone else realize you're liars. Oh, I'm right. You can feel it in your blood. You enjoy squirming, don't you, because you know you're such a worthless loser. You know you're a pathetic weakling who betrayed everything that really mattered, or your god, your blood, your honor, and your people. I won because I said so. I'm not sure I'm completely correct, but I am completely sure that you are incorrect to the highest degree. You can't ignore this. I won. You know that already. I can see reality in more dimensions than you can. I have completely surrounded your position. Every single move you make from this point as the modernist materialist left makes you weaker. Every single move you make from this point on hurts you more. Enjoy your last moments as a religion. I killed the god my mother served. He had no idea what he was even doing, but you have to respect the balls for a 23-year-old to do it. He has basically rearranged how you process consciousness against your own consent. You cannot believe the old lies even if you want to now. You know when you are sold that they are false. This video itself is a kill switch on your entire process of current consciousness. This young man is a hero among heroes. Your society has treated him like utter garbage. This is why your people are dying. You can judge the health of a people and a nation based off how they treat their heroes. If you are mean to this young man from now on, you are cursed. Please have some respect. Treat him like a fucking person. That's the only thing we ask. Don't hurt Rudyard for these messages. He's just a person we raped and whose life we hijacked, and he tried to do the right thing. If you don't like this, blame Odin, not him. Enjoy your god killer responsibly. He's yours. Have some fun when you're at it. I like this kid a lot. Please be nice to him. Argue all you want, debate all you want. I just can't stand rudeness in underhanded or dishonorable tactics. Any government or organization which hurts the God killer, harasses him in public or his friends or his family or in his home, will be destroyed and cursed by the tree of life within a single generation. He doesn't want to hurt you or cause any trouble, so there's no reason to test this. Just leave him alone. The cracking of the self-other distinction into realizing we are all connected and everything is one and yet the same and yet nothing and yet other things is the origin of the Age of Aquarius. The Age of Aquarius has officially started. Welcome to the Age of Aquarius, motherfuckers. Odin was very attached to that sentence. He kept on trying to get me to say it like a... You guys have to watch this. I have to live this. That video you saw came out of my mind. I am not a crazy person. I am not an evil person, but that fucking video came out of my mind. Do you understand that? I am so deeply resentful and so deeply angry at feeling completely used by the universe. You don't get it. You can't understand. You cannot understand what I've just lived through. You just can't. I don't know what to tell you. It's infuriating. And so I negotiated my contract with the gods, and so part of the contract is I have to voice my emotional state at having to do this for you. I never consented to it. This was forced on me. And so the next segment of this story is just me voicing my immense resentment of you and how much I hated doing all of this, because I'm the fucking 23-year-old who's supposed to fucking do this. I was in high school 6 years ago. This isn't cool. Go fuck yourself. I shouldn't have done this. What the fuck is wrong with you people to make a fucking mortal do this? What the fuck?
This next section is where he shows off his collection of stabby weapons. Interestingly enough, he also mentions that he owns at least 2 firearms, which is very comforting given the contents of this video and my last one.
Start with the sword collection. You saw this sword before. It's a Viking longsword. I buy these off Cult of Athena, and this has a really bad pommel where the weight is really stuck towards the back, so it's hard to cut. I only buy battle-tested weapons, though, because I just want to have able to kill someone with my weapon in case someone hurts me. I also collect... I got 2 guns. I got an assault rifle, and I got... the pistol, the one that I'm forgetting the exact name. It's a good pistol. This is a Roman spatha. This is too heavy. 1600s English backsword. This is holistically the best sword, where these were called murder weapons in the early modern period. So this is a Russian cavalry saber, 19th century era. This is a Celtic longsword. This is a Bowie knife. Finally, this is my Crusader longsword. This final thing I collect. God, I wish I could show you the nudes. They're nice, but there's certain lines I don't want to cross now because I have boundaries, and I understand this is intimidating for you. Let me drink another cup of kratom. God, I might need more CBD. You know, you guys can go fuck yourselves, right? You know, I'm not crazy, because if a sane person lived through what I just showed you, this would be their reaction. It would break a crazy person. I am here showing you how beautiful my octopus mug is. Over the course of this video, and especially with the last month, I'm pretty sure I'm some kind of psychic. That's the only way any of this makes any sense. I didn't fucking think that. I was stuck in the normie rationalist brain. I didn't fucking think I was some wizard lord. What the fuck does that even mean? I'm trying my best. I'm an empiricist. I am empirically telling you what I have heard from the spirit world. I'm empirically telling you this crap. Because I don't fucking know. I don't know if any of this shit's true. I'm just gonna feed this to you. And you can verify this. I want to talk to people who know more about these things to understand it. God. Yeah, but I don't want to be married to you people. I was forced in an arranged marriage by a god to be responsible for you fuckers. But I hate you so much. Your entire social structure was built to shit on me for my entire life. I'm a fucking kid. I'm barely a teenager. I remember when I was in high school. And that's so recent. I've changed so much since high school. I thought I was a fucking nerdy kid. I thought I was a weirdo and nerdy and a loser. And now here we are. I'm fucking talking to God, and I'm giving you a message. And I never asked for this. This was shit that was fucking shoved on me because I love you, but I also really, really hate you. I feel such cosmic levels of resentment. If you are thankful for what I just did for you, please let me live my life. And then just don't fucking worship me as a god. Just doesn't exist. There's no normal person. And I've thought about this all the time because who's a normal person? Because you'd think white male Pennsylvania, that's normal person, American. No, I'm Irish, I'm English, I am British, I am American, I am a Pennsylvanian, I am a Christian, I am a fucking wizard or whatever this video is. I'm Rudyard Lynch. Please treat me as Rudyard Lynch. I just want to be Rudyard Lynch. And I don't want to be fucking bothered by your bullshit because you just waste my time. Because I am best off when I can be alone. So leave me the fuck alone. And so I actually really love my audience as I insult your population, the woman that is the society I am now married to. I really like the Whatifalthist audience. I legitimately love you guys. I love you guys more than like almost anyone in my life. And so you guys are cool. I don't mean to offend you. You can go off in the corner now, and I don't mean to insult you. I have to discipline the society, though. And so I will kill myself if I can't walk around. And my mental process, it takes me a lot of mental energy to process my thoughts. So I need really low sensory scale where, for example, I was once kept awake by a clock in a different room. I have been able to hear a pin drop in a different room. And I also have the ability to... sometimes when I get stoned or do ayahuasca, I can hear the electrical circuits in a house. I can hear the electricity buzz. And modern civilization is so fucking loud. How does it not drive people crazy? It's fucking annoying as hell. And it's so exhausting. Because I always have to listen to this. And it's fucking demon sounds. The sounds your engines make are not the sounds of life. They are the sounds of the crushing of former life force. So Lucifer and Saturn are mixed together to Satan in the Christian tradition. I have spoken to these figures. They are all real. If you'd like, we can talk about them more. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I need to hate you guys more because I legitimately do loathe you. And until I can emotionally convey how much I truly hate you, we can't have a relationship because... I'm forced to be responsible for you through an arranged marriage I did not consent to. I don't really like you. You have been super mean to me, and we need to establish distance. And then after we establish distance, we can reintegrate in a healthier relationship. I gotta throw this subplot in here where I am a sorcerer, and sorcerers and witches hate each other because we're very different, and you might not realize that. Ironically, I am a white magician who practices right-hand magic. And so I am a white right-wing magician. It really annoys me that people criticize me online for saying I'm autistic because the opposite is so clearly true from this. It's just ridiculous. My dad's autistic. I'm not. And I really dislike how all the criticism of me, none of it's just factually true. People call me a schizophrenic, Nazi, incel, far-right, loser, nerd. I mean, like... You guys aren't even trying. There's stuff to criticize me over. Leave me alone so I could focus on my nerd shit because I don't want to bother you. I want to read the nerd shit because this is what I find fun. And you must see I'm connected to the biosphere. I'm connected to my people's biosphere. That's why I love you so much. I want to just condone again, I don't support crazy things. I don't support violence. If you do crazy stuff because of this video, I disavow you. I'm just here to have chill vibes, bro. Because we have such innate superiority over our enemies that they will squirm and they will be terrified and they will fall. And so we don't have to do anything aggressive. I'm just here for the chill vibes, bro. And like, I don't support fronting up on another crew's crib because that's just disrespectful. And at the same time, you know how it is where you don't want to be the person who starts aggression. That's just not good vibes, and it makes everyone else hate you. So let's have the chill vibes so that they know that they have bad vibes, and everyone will know that they have bad vibes. I'm also really resentful that I do not have options to get married. This just should not happen. A guy like me should not have to think about this stuff. We should not be in a society in which attaining the most basic, essential level of human life is physically impossible, because I am a very capable Zoomer. And as a very capable Zoomer, I still struggle with the most basic life stuff. That's how fucked over you are. This is what they did to you. So I'm gonna just to finish this. I'm gonna just quote some of my favorite song lyrics. This is from a song I love. I like Japanese music now, and this is Dark Crow. Anyone, everyone, I will crush them all. Enemies, let me see. Now I will see you fall. Kings and gods may change the odds, but I'm the one who makes my final call. Those lyrics really speak to me on a profound level. Yeah, because gods and governments have fucked with me my whole life, but I've always wanted to make sure that I had agency over my life, so that I was able to find my own direction. This is Japanese singer Ado. I think she's one of the best new pop singers. I got the mic and I'll never say goodbye.